Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 8 of my Super Danganronpa Another 2 Let's Play. So the last episode, we made it onto the next island, explored the area. Some things of note were the, I guess, the monster museum, which I think is going to be a pretty important place in the future murder for this chapter. And we also had a shrine, like a whole village that was empty, so it looked like people had been living on the island up until like somewhat recently, but of course there was nobody around, so what's the mystery there? But more importantly, we finally got Hibiki back into the group after being so suspicious of everyone. Satsuka managed to convince her to learn to trust us for now. They put on a concert at the shrine. Everything seemed great, but of course, as we know with these games, whenever people seem to be getting along, having a good time, Satsuka especially, this is twice in a row where she's planned something to bring people together and it's ended up kind of in disaster at the end. Kokoro herself even seemed to be talking with us, joining us at breakfast, you know, still keeping herself somewhat distant, but also not being completely isolating herself. But during the concert, something happened to her where she said, I think she felt ill or something, and then just passed out. So we don't know what's going on with Kokoro. Did somebody attack her? What's going on with that? That's what we're going to find in this episode. So let's get back into it and see what happens next. It's now officially 7 a.m. Wake up, everyone. I hope you all have a vigorous and comfortable day. Who is it? This early in the morning?
Hi!
Hey, Sozi. Good morning. Slept well? Oh, Hibiki, good morning. What an early morning surprise. You're going to eat breakfast, right? Come with us. Kanade's here, too. She seems half asleep, though. Aren't you energetic this morning, Hibiki? Of course. I'm super glad I get to get along with you guys again. Everyone else already left to the diner. Come on, Sosi. Just wait a moment. I just got up. I at least need to wash my face. After that, I went to the diner with Hibiki and Kanade. Wow, look at how many people there are now, and Mikado off to the side. Hello, hello, good morning. Good morning. Biki, Kana, Rara, good morning. It's morning and you're already this lively? Of course, it's been so long since I ate with you guys. Oh, it was you guys who didn't show up. It's been ages since the diner was this full of people. I prepared something special for the twins joining us. Today's breakfast, rice topped with salmon steak with California salad, bacon pasta, and cream cheese soup. Oh, is that our disgusting Teruya over there? I suddenly lost my appetite, so I'll be leaving you guys. Enjoy your meal. Is he trying to pick a fight with me? Mikado these days just disappears on his own, doesn't he? I guess that's good for us. That was a good meal. Huh? Emma, you're already finished? The steak is delicious. I lost my appetite because of Kokoro. Oh yeah, Kokoro fainted yesterday. Kokoro, will she be okay? I went to her room first thing in the morning, but there's no response. I guess we'll need to wait till she's awake. I guess I'll just search around for the time being. Emma looks a little distressed. I guess it's because she got friendly with Kokoro lately. So what happened to her? From the looks of it, she didn't get attacked by anybody, right? Well, who knows? As I said yesterday, she could have... Shut up, Kanade. I'm sorry, sis. I'll be quiet. Don't be angry. She probably didn't get attacked. I mean, considering the rules of the game, if someone tried to attack her, they'd have to kill her, not just knock her out. Then did she just get sick or something? But Kokoro didn't seem ill the past few days, right? Maybe she got cursed. Curse? What curse? They said the island was full of ghosts and goblins. The records at the museum even talk of people dying of a mysterious curse. No way. Curses aren't real. Speaking of museums, did anybody go to the museum yesterday? Why do you ask? Well, I was jogging just a while ago, and I saw a glimpse of water trickling out of there. I was curious. When I entered, the big Yuki-onna statue or something was shattered into pieces. The statue was shattered into pieces? Yeah, water flew out of the statue to the outside of the exhibit. I was wondering who broke it. Who would do such a thing? Speaking of which, isn't that damaging school property? I thought that was against the school rules. But we haven't heard anything from Monocrow. Maybe it's Shiobai or Mikado. Maybe the ghost of the statue woke up. Come to think of it, Kokoro did break part of the statue when we first arrived on the island. That's it. Kokoro was cursed because of the statue? No pulling my leg here. There are no darn thing like ghosts. I'm not too sure about that. Things like that don't exist, but if we assume they do, we won't know what to believe anymore. That being said, the broken statue is a mystery. If somebody amongst us has broken it, we would have been executed for damaging school property. If it isn't anyone, then there's no point talking about it, though I'm not sure what relevance it might have to do with Kokoro. For now, let's begin our rooting investigation. Once our meal is over, let's check on Kokoro. But what if we get cursed by contacting with her? Stop it, Roro. If you keep mentioning that story, I'll go mad. It's honestly scaring me. I'm sorry. The mystery of the broken statue. What could this mean? Did a ghost get released like Iroha said? Unnerving events have been popping up left and right ever since Kokoro fainted yesterday. After the meal was over, we went to check Kokoro's state. Emma said she wasn't up yet, but perhaps everyone wanted some relief by Kokoro's healthy face amongst the uneasy atmosphere. But it felt inefficient to cram everyone in the small room, so only a few others came along. Kokoro? Huh? What's wrong? Sora? The door's open? Really? Did somebody already go in? Wait, doesn't that mean Kokoro is now awake? Feels like we've got enough people for, to witness a body, for a body discovery announcement. Let's go in first. Excuse us, Kokoro. And every time a door is being opened, I have a bad feeling. Please let me be wrong. When we entered Kokoro's room, there was... Oh, okay, never mind. Huh? What's up with you? Kokoro, you woke. Wait, what? Shiobai, why are you here? Kokoro, is your body okay? Kokoro? Don't waste your breath. She can't speak anymore. Oh. Oh, shit. Someone wanted to silence her so she can't be of any help during the class trial, maybe. Can't speak. Wait, what are you doing here? I was requested by the girl, so I examined her. I mean, I got the money, so I did what I was told. Examination? I guess you did take care of Sora when she was stabbed, but still. Shiobai, what do you mean she can't speak? What reason do I have to tell you? Tell them. On closer inspection, Kokoro was typing letters on her iPad. I love that in this game, Apple products exist. Okay, she has an iPad. Alright, well, the client says so. This woman, she caught some rare endemic disease, so she can't use her vocal cords. I don't know how she got it, but her neck and even her spinal cord is damaged. You could say she's disabled now. What? It's probably just a cold, just some light disease. She'll get better soon. All the thinking stopped after Shiobai gave his report. What do you mean by that? Something is off. She was fine yesterday. You did something, didn't you? You murderer, you piece of... Why would I turn her like this instead of killing her? I was just requested to examine her. Kokoro, he's lying, right? Come on, try speaking. Shiobai, do you have any way to cure it? If you know the disease, then surely you know how to cure it. Well, I'm not a doctor. I've just had some experience with patients in Southeast Asia, so I don't know its cure. It's some sort of rare disease. Well, I guess she'll be better once she goes through some rehabilitation. Come on, show some responsibility. It's alright. Kokoro, it's not like I'm gonna die. I'm startled myself, but if I'm alive, then there's still hope. That's a red flag. That's a death flag, being like, I'm still alive. Yeah, for now. But you can't move or speak at all. Kokoro, do you feel a bit better? Does it hurt or something? I can't move my body, but other than that, I'm fine. Shiobai was the one who is the only one with any medical information, so I unfortunately had to receive an examination from him. And you trusted him? You know he's a total psychopath with a knife and all, right? You can trust him if money is involved. It's fine. So, Miss Client, can I please leave now? I do think I've earned my pay. Have it your way. What should we do? Kokoro, what can we... Maybe it's my punishment for caring only about myself and not trusting you. Don't say stuff like this. First, we need to tell everyone. Oh, how are we going to tell Emma? I have a request. Since I cannot move, could you at least help me with meals? Of course. We'll do our best to help you with anything. Just give us a word. Thank you. Now that my body's like this, I guess I need to pay more attention to my health. Please leave the food in front of the door at 8, 13, 19 o'clock. That's my usual meal schedule. In front of the door, but you can't move. We should just give it to you in bed. My upper body's okay, so I can crawl to the door. She's probably like, she's in a very vulnerable state right now. She would be very easy to kill. So she probably doesn't want anyone in her room. Kokoro, couldn't we visit you every mealtime? We want to make sure you're okay, especially when you're like this. Alright, then come in with the food. But you must enter with Teruya Otori. I won't open the door otherwise. He's confirmed not to be a void, so that's reasonable. Though, he's still suspicious. I guess he'll be safer than the others. Alright, we'll take turns and come together with Teru. Thanks. I only thought about myself up until now. No, it's thanks to you we were able to make it through the last trial. You're still alive, so maybe a miracle could happen and you can recover. Yeah, once we get out of this island, let's go to the hospital, where we can at least search for a cure. Thanks. My head is starting to ache, so could I get some more rest? Okay, Kokoro, get some rest. We'll be here at lunchtime. Oh, and also, I hope the routine investigation won't be affected by my absence. I'm fine, so don't mind me and investigate like always. I'll do whatever I can on my end. For things to turn out this way, Kokoro. Oh, Kokoro, what should we do? Yoroko, don't cry. Yeah, you heard Kokoro, right? She's not going to die. But it's so tragic. She was fine just yesterday, and now she's like this? They say you can never predict the future, but this is too sudden. Everyone, we should tell the others. Let's gather everyone to the cafeteria. Yeah. Using the chat function on our handbooks, we gathered everyone to the diner, excluding Shiobai and Mikado. So, Kokoro can't move because of her disease. We'll need to take turns with Teru from now on to provide meals for Kokoro. Why? Why did it have to be Kokoro? Wow, there's... okay. At least she's saying specific people. There's plenty of others. Mikado, Shiobai, or... well, a murder you can blame the killer, but for a disease. It's something totally out of our grasp. Just when I had finally gotten friendly with her. But we can't stand with our heads down. Kokoro said it herself. She's not dead, and there still could be a chance she could be cured. She didn't want this to affect the investigation in any way. Kokoro was always like that. She seemed distant to us, but in dire times, she would worry about us. Kokoro, you truly are something. Koro... I'll do my best until Kokoro is healed. If it's money, I have endless amounts of it. I will heal her, no matter what. I'm with you, Emma. If it means healing her, I'll do anything. But to do that, we need to get out of here, right? Guys, let's give our 1000% effort investigating this place. We need to get out of here. That's right. When trouble comes, we need to become stronger. Hope always exists amongst despair. Ironically, Kokoro's situation made us come together more and give it our all. Our relationship has grown deeper, like the first-class trial had never happened. I guess Kokoro trying to help us all, even in this situation, moved us. It was already lunchtime, so we headed to Kokoro's room with Teruya, just like we promised. There was no particular order, but a few volunteers decided to go with Teruya. For this meal, Yoroko, Setsuka, and Teruya had gone to her room. I truly feel everyone's motivation. I've only known everyone on the island for 15 days now, but I feel like I've known them for a lifetime. We've become friends that have unified under the same goal, except for a few. For Kokoro's sake, we have to investigate more. Let's go. Alright, I guess we can talk to him. It was actually tricky to find somebody, and I do have some stuff that he will like. What? Plus, I have a feeling he might have, like, he would have a good ability if I can get my friendship up with him. Ugh, what an annoying girl. I told you to go away. Alright, so he would like the knife, so we'll give him that. what is this? Not bad. I'll gladly take it. This is free, right? Don't expect any refunds or returns later. I wonder if it's gonna be more difficult to become friends with him. Can't you leave already? Huh? How long are you gonna stay here? Hanging out with a guy like me doesn't benefit either of us. But you're still one of our classmates. Don't you think there's value in getting to know each other? Ugh, classmate. I've never even set foot anywhere near that freak Hope Academy. Huh? What? None of your business. It's not anything you need to know. I'll be going now. Wait. Siobai, you're a broker, right? How about a deal? A deal? I'll pay you. Aren't you always going on about doing anything as long as money's involved? It's fine as long as you don't ask for that much, so please chat with me. You're one weird girl. Why would you possibly go that far just to talk to me? Say just because? Just because. Wow, you're the kind of person who doesn't take life seriously. Don't be like that. Ah, no. I'm not sure why, but I get the feeling you know more than you're letting on. Something that will break down the situation. Hey, if there was something like that, I would have split already. Well, that's that. You're smarter than I thought, albino. Deal accepted. 1000 C for 10 minutes. However, don't expect me to go anything over that. I'm offering you a lot of service just with this since I'm using up time. You're a calculated person, as expected. Oh, please don't tell me I actually have to give him that money. Happy? Now hurry up and scram. I didn't receive any payment today, so there's nothing else I can tell you. Oh, I actually have to pay. You know what? I like that. That's a clever way of integrating the character into free time events. Like, it would make sense. Because sometimes, like, yeah, there's characters that actively dislike you, so why would they actually hang out with you? So you actually have to pay him. Damn, alright. I'm thinking, like, how annoying would that be if I did pay to spend time with him and then he got killed off before I could finish his route? Well, there's Nikkei as well. I could hang out with him. I don't think I've hung out with him yet. Let me see if I have anything that he would like. Alright, so I do have some stuff he would like. Looking around the ship won't get us anywhere. An interview on us, however, would be more interesting, right? Ah, thanks. It's a total news drought right now. You're a lifesaver. What's this, a gift? This is a great scoop. That's awesome. Thank you so much. It's a stapler, my dude, but I'm glad you like it. Sora, do you have a second? Huh? What is it, Nikkei? I'd like to interview you. Interview me? I'm making profiles of all of our classmates. As dire as the situation may be, we're still classmates destined to attend Hope Speak Academy after all. I guess you're right. I'm not quite sure what to say, but I guess that's what any real journalist would do. Of course. Now then, prepare to answer my questions. Ready. First question. What is your cup size? I'm gonna smack him in the face. Ah, excuse me? Hey, I was just joking. Your smack is something else. Wait, isn't that a violation of the rules? It's fine, I was just messing around too. It's not actually violence or anything. Well, I guess I should be thankful you didn't break my right hand, eh? Can't imagine a journalist without his dominant hand. Okay, let me start for real now. What's your height, chest size, and weight? What's with the last two? Oh, wait a second, don't hit me again. I'm being serious right now. Why are you looking for this information anyways? How can you call something a student profile if there's no physical information on any of the students? Everyone already has their sizes in the e-handbook, but yours is the only one without them, Sora. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Nikkei, but I don't remember any of my physical information due to my amnesia. Oh, that's right, you've got amnesia. Those things can be measured directly. I think I can... No, wait, I'm just joking. Put your fist down. Amnesia, huh? I guess this interview didn't exactly start off on the right foot. Let's just call it off for today. I'll think of something scoop-worthy for next time. God, imagine if those were the types of questions he would actually ask. Like, maybe he's a journalist for, like, a really skeevy magazine or something. His first thought would be to ask my cup size. There wasn't much progress today. Everyone was so full of motivation. I'm sure we can keep this up. Kokoro seems to be eating, and her condition isn't getting worse. Tomorrow I'll pay her a visit, so I should sleep for tonight. It's morning already. It felt like the entire night went by in an instant. My motivation from yesterday hasn't gone yet, so I decided to investigate as soon as breakfast ends. After meeting with everyone in the diner, I filled up on Mikado's luxury breakfast dish. We also had to decide who was going to visit Kokoro and deliver her meal. And this time, Iroha and I would be the ones to do that. Of course, Teruya would go with us. Kokoro, we brought your meal. It's me, Sora and Iroha. Can we come in? What was that sound? Her door being unlocked. She said it could be done from inside by a remote control. Oh, I remember Monocrow telling me that. Why does this seem like a potential locked room murder in the future where, like, she can only open it from the inside with a remote control? Lucky for Kokoro, the feature exists. If it didn't, she would have to crawl to the door. So I guess that's something all of us have? I would assume so, that we all have that option in our room. Good morning, Kokoro. Good morning. How's your condition? You seem to eat up all the meals we bring. I feel lively as ever. Thank you for bringing me the meals every day. No problem. It's what we're supposed to do. Just hold on a bit more, Kokoro. Everyone has been eager to investigate, and they're working as hard as they can for you. If we escape the island, we might be able to cure your illness. I'll make sure to have the Foundation offer you as much help as possible. That foundation you mentioned, do you mean the Kisaragi Foundation? Yeah, though I can't explain a whole lot about it because my memory is kind of blurry. Anyway, Kokoro, I know you just said it, but you do look a lot more energetic than I thought. Aren't you uncomfortable like that? If I ever got into a situation like you, I'd... Gosh, trapped in a bed, not even able to say a word? It'd be terrible. Iroha, it's rude to say that right in front of her. Not really. I wasn't an outgoing person to begin with. I like to be immersed in thought while lying down, so it's not a big problem. But, of course, I would prefer to be free of this illness. We'll definitely be able to cure it. I don't have enough information on this disease, but it does pique my interest. It wasn't pleasant when I first contracted it, but now I mostly feel fine aside from a few occasional fevers. I'm planning to write a research paper on this disease when I manage to escape the island. It's great, but aren't you a bit too laid back? I do feel bored from lying in bed all day. I would appreciate it if you could bring me some books from the library your next visit. You really got super energetic, even more so than before you got the disease. Alright, I'll bring some books when I come back for lunch. Let me know if you need something else. Thanks. Teruya, I feel like this task is quite cumbersome for you since you're obligated to come every time. Not a problem. You were the first person to help me when I was standing there with my memory loss. You can think of it as my way of paying you back. Teruya, you're blushing. Did you really have to point that out? Lol. Kokoro, she's pretty talkative when she's typing on that device. I didn't know that because she was so quiet all the time on the chat rooms. It adds more humor when you say those things with a straight face. Is that so? As Iroha said, she seemed just fine, unexpectedly. Everyone seemed to get along, and even Hibiki and Kanade are doing their best during the investigation. If we find a clue through this, then things would truly be looking up. Alright, I think I'm gonna go and get some more gifts. Ah, it's Yuki. Okay, we haven't hung out with Yuki in a while. Kokoro will be okay. Actually... Hold on, do I have his ability? I should actually check the relationships and see. I don't want to... let's see... Profile? Oh yeah, also I should probably check the profile of the people that I've hung out with. Alright, I received an interview from Nikkei. He asked me some strange questions, so I beat him up for it. It's apparently hard to write a profile if somebody doesn't answer correctly, but I don't know anything about myself because I can't remember anything in the first place. And then there was... Oh my gosh, who did I just talk to? Oh yeah, Shiobai. Sayobai, whatever his name is. I can't believe I've forgotten how to pronounce his name. I hate him, but I guess he's better than Mikado. He's always moody, but that's just his personality. I hope I can get some information that might be useful to us from him. Okay, so let's see how we're doing with Yuki. Alright, so we're at 2. Alright, I guess we can hang out with him. A quick chat? I don't mind. Should we take a quick break together? Yuki, do you remember last time when I asked you a few questions about yourself? Well, I've come up with another one. Oh yeah, sure, what is it? You enrolled in Hope's Peak as the ultimate lucky student, right? Then you obviously got to have some sort of crazy luck. So wouldn't that mean you'd be able to win some really good stuff from the slot machine or roulette in the game room? What? There's no way I could do that. I only earned this title from getting my name picked out of a hat. It was just some random luck of the draw. It doesn't really mean anything. I'll say you'll never know until you try. No, I already have. Ever since the admission letter showed up in my mailbox one day, I tried to test my luck over and over again. And it seemed that no matter how many times I tried or what I did, nothing ever came out of it. I'm not any luckier than your average Joe. But it's okay, Sora. I get you're trying to make me feel better, but I'm nothing more than your everyday nobody. I've accepted that. Yuki, I think you're underestimating yourself. What has Shinji been trying to tell you this entire time? Has him telling you to be more confident gone over your head? Confident? I want to, but I just can't. How am I supposed to be confident to myself when I'm nothing but ordinary? You don't like being ordinary? Someone ordinary could never stand out. But who says being ordinary can't be what makes you special? I'm special because I'm ordinary? That's what I think. You don't have to change yourself for anyone. You don't have to compare yourself to the other ultimates. Sora, but ever since I was a kid, I've always looked up to those who are special. The kind of people who have something unique to them, who can make an impact. Which is exactly why I was so thrilled when I was admitted into Hope's Peak Academy. Sorry, there's some stuff I'd like to think over by myself. I'm gonna go back to my room. Oh, Teruya, I guess I could talk to him. Yeah. Oh, hello, did you need something from me? You want to talk? Just me and you? Sure, I guess I have some free time. Oh shoot, I should have checked to see if I had anything he would like before I did that. I'm sure I do, but let's double check that. Okay, I do. Perfect. I got coconut juice. Oh, can I have this? You don't regret it, right? I really love this. Wait, what? Ah, shoot. Okay. That felt like a little bit of a waste. Oh no, I have to nap. Okay. It's been more than 2 weeks since I've woken up and met everyone on the island. Since I have no memory, I have no one or place to return to, but I wonder about the others. It'd be probably more painful than anything if that I could imagine. It's all the more reason I should help everyone escape here as soon as possible. It's morning. It feels good when I stretch. Let's do our best in investigating today as well. I guess I should first head to the diner to eat breakfast with everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sora, good morning. How are you? You're a bit late. I mean, it isn't her first, right? Emma, it's been quite a while since we've last had breakfast. You didn't have much of an appetite lately, right, Em? You always woke up first. Yes, even now I'm not feeling hungry, but I can't starve forever. You said it. I lost my appetite as of late as well, even though the food is still delicious. Kokoro is still the same as always? Yeah, her body doesn't seem to be getting any better, but she's the same as always. I hate to break it, but it seems we've searched everything on the second island. Mannerism, man. We've made no progress. I'm getting a bit tired of that. Yeah, please spare me my life. Dang it, a week has passed. Why isn't Ray showing up? What is the Foundation doing? I'm telling you, that woman was killed. Nonsense, the Foundation will definitely save us, so please wait until then. Everyone, don't give up. We might have missed something, so let's search once more. Woohoo! Our dear Hibiki cheering us up? She's right. No more negative talk. Let's give our best today. We have plenty of time to spare anyways. That's right. We're on a no-death streak for a week, so maybe we can worry less about the voids, the murders, and... Roro, sometimes your attitude bothers me, so could you please stop it? Seriously? Ah, has anyone seen Kokoro since yesterday evening? Huh? Kokoro's stuck in her room. What kind of question is that? Well, when Emma, Teruya, and I went to Kokoro's room last supper, there was no answer when we called her, so we just left the food in front of her room. She always opened the door for her meals, so I just got kind of worried. Huh? There was no food when I passed there last night, though. Maybe Kokoro ate it. Maybe she was just resting when you guys went there. Maybe. I guess so. That's a relief, then. Now that our breakfast is over, let's start the investigation. Who's gonna bring Kokoro's breakfast this time? Oh, I'll go. I didn't go yesterday. Teruya, you're free right now, right? Our high spirits were only temporary. The nothingness, despite our efforts, were enough to lower our spirits little by little. Everyone seemed to fear that things might become rough again if we didn't gain any progress. No, well, there. You know what? Screw it. I'll pay him. I feel like he could have something really good, especially if I have to pay to max out our friendship. And I feel like he's an important enough character that he's gonna make it through at least towards the end of the game. I'd be so mad if I spent all this money on him and then he got killed before I could max out our friendship. Talk? I told you last time, didn't I? The fee is 1000 C. Good. I'll listen to you talk since you got me the money. Talk to me about whatever you want. I shared a meaningless conversation with Siobai. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, boy. Let's hope I've got something. Ah. No, I thought for sure he would enjoy the porno mag. I don't know why I got that feeling, but darn it. Okay. Okay, thankfully he likes this. I was a little worried I didn't have anything. Not bad, I'll gladly take it. In an instant, the morning had passed. After lunch, I went with Yuki and Teruya to give Kokoro her lunch and for a visit. I hope she's okay. Kokoro, we brought your lunch. Sora, Yuki and I are here. Please open the door. Like, someone could have taken the food away to make it look like she'd eaten. Oh, please don't let her be dead. Kokoro, are you there? I had a feeling she was gonna die at some point. I can't say for sure it's the case, but... like I said, it's like it could be a locked room scenario, right? Where it's like she can only let people in. And she will only let people in if they bring her food. And there's, like, she's very distrustful of people. So this is setting up, I think, a potential locked room murder. Why isn't she answering? Maybe she's still asleep? Wait a second, Yuki, Teruya. Isn't this the breakfast Yoriko brought this morning? In front of the door? Huh? Yeah, that's the one that Yoriko and I brought. Wait, I thought they said that... wait, no. Someone said that it was gone, right? Wait, who said that? They're immediately suspicious if they said that the food wasn't there. Wait, she hasn't touched it. Oh no, breakfast. That's right. They were talking about dinner last night. It was gone when they checked in the morning. Wait, she hasn't touched a thing. It's in the same state we left it. Why would the breakfast still be here? Well, when I came here with Yoriko, there was no answer. So we just assumed she was sleeping. Also, I've noticed when I'm in the free time events, Emma has just been hanging around. I don't know if it's just because she's really worried about Kokoro, but like every time I see her, she's either in front of her room or in front of Kokoro's room. That's a bit suspicious. She didn't answer Last Supper as well. So this is the third time in a row she hasn't answered. I guess so. But technically, Yoriko did say she seemed to have eaten her supper at least. Oh wait, this couldn't possibly be... Kokoro, please answer us. Kokoro, just once. What's got into you, Teruya? I got a bad feeling about this. The one that I felt so many times. The one just before something really bad happens. And what are the odds, right? Three people need to go see Kokoro. That's just enough people for a body announcement to be made. I got anxious as soon as I heard Teruya's words. No answer. 3 times in a row. The untouched breakfast. My brain started to think of possibilities of what this could mean. Kokoro, please answer us. Maybe something happened to her? I don't know, but I feel really bad about this. What's wrong? I heard the ruckus from downstairs. Is something up? Setsuka, something may have happened to Kokoro. She hasn't answered since yesterday evening, and she didn't even touch today's breakfast. What? Coco, are you there? Open up. Despite our desperate calls, there was still no response. Oh, what should we do? Is there any way we can open the door? It's useless. Our rooms can't be opened without our respective handbooks, and the rules forbid us from breaking the door down. No, there is a way. Monocrow, you foul sparrow. Foul sparrow? How disgraceful. I am the highest crow of crows. Monocrow, open Kokoro's door. That's quite troublesome. You can't open the door without the owner's consent. She isn't responding. Are you going to take responsibility if something happens to her? You're a teacher. You're just going to let your student be in danger? Blimey, you're most definitely right. Quite straight to the point, aren't you? Well, I do believe we're a bit too late on that, though. Oh shit, what do you mean by... For further reference purposes, let me say, it is allowed to break the door down in dire situations. The rules are strict, but it shall be forgiven to break them in certain situations, like the fact she's dead. For instance, a murder. Well, since you did go out of your way to call me, I'll open the door this time. I knew it. As soon as I learned about the whole thing about, like, you can't open the door from the outside, I was like, she's dead. She's dead. Whenever you have a murder mystery, you have to have at least one locked room scenario, right? Kokoro. Whoa, what's the steam? It's freezing. As soon as the door was opened, we were greeted by a freezing blast. We slowly made it through the freezing steam and stepped inside of the room. Monocrow did say we were too late. We did our best to ignore that comment and convince ourselves everything would be fine. But soon, the scenery that was bestowed upon our eyes destroyed every last hint of our hope. Damn, I had a feeling Kokoro was gonna die. I didn't think it was gonna be this soon, though. Oh, and she was undressed, and her arms were... Wow! They cut her hands off. And undressed her for some reason. That just feels, like, cruel to do that to her. Wow. Damn, on the bed, there she was, cold and stiff like a block of ice. I guess it's so she can't maybe... Oh, is it so that she wouldn't be able to type up anything on her, like to put anything in chat saying she was in danger? So they cut her hands off so she wouldn't be able to use her pad? It's the corpse of the ultimate psychologist, Kokoro Mitsume, greeting us with silence. I was like, okay, given that Kokoro was getting a little bit of character development, I admit I thought this one was going to be one of the sisters, one of the twins, with them coming back and, like, starting to trust people again. I thought Kokoro might be potentially, because she was, like, getting close with Emma. She was starting to open up a little bit more, but I admit I didn't think Kokoro was going to die this chapter. I thought she was going to be a victim for sure, but I thought, like, maybe chapter 3... That's too bad. I was starting to like her. She definitely had some potential to be a good character. Like, she was a good character, but, like, I would have liked to learn more about her. A body's been discovered. Please gather at the crime scene of Kokoro Mitsume's room. How much time had passed? As soon as we entered Kokoro's room, the body announcement came on. The screams of others, the dreadful despair, the emptiness. It felt like I was going unconscious. When I came to, all the students were gathered in Kokoro's room, including Monocrow. No, this isn't real. Please tell me I'm dreaming. Oh, poor Hibiki was just starting to trust people again. Don't cry, sis. You'll live longer if you smile a lot. Smile? Who would smile at a time like this? What's the matter? I was just consoling my sis. Kanade is probably... Oh, maybe Kanade was the one who killed her, being like, I want my sister to be... I want her to be, like, dependent on me, and I want her to not be her usual cheerful self, and, like, that way I have her all to myself. But the thing is, if Kanade killed Kokoro, then she has to, and she gets away with it, her sister's going to die. Oh. Kokoro, no. Dang it. Where was I when this happened? Shinji Kasai, you useless. I can't believe this. I thought I'd finally seen the last of all these murders. Kokoro's room was a mess. Maybe because it had been almost 10 days since Yuri's death, but everyone was starting to worry less about the murders. Maybe because of the atmosphere the past few days. We thought nobody would be killed. Or maybe because Kokoro was with us longer. We were closer with her than with Yuri. The situation was much worse. Is there anything that we can cover her up with? I don't want her to lie like this without any clothes on. It'd be disrespectful. There's no blanket. How about we put this fur coat on her? Boys, please don't look for a sec. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Touching a corpse like it's nothing? Get your hands off. You little. I won't let you say stuff like that. Please spare your precious sentiment. What if the girl does something to the body while pretending to cover her up with it? What? Are you trying to pick a fight? Shiobai's right, everyone. I understand your mourning, but since there's been a murder, we gotta do that thing again. What's that? Why, it's the heart-throbbing, fun for the whole family class trial, of course. That's right. It's time for a class trial. The time where I get to spend time with my dear friends, aka we're locked in with Mikado. We can't, we have to be with him. It's not like before where we can just be like, no, you gotta leave the room. Mikado, you should just shut up. So, a class trial. Does that mean the killer is one of us again, right? The one who murdered Kokoro? That can't be. Why? We were fine for over 10 days after Yuri's death. We were all beginning to trust each other again. Yeah, there was no special motive, no reason to commit such a thing. It's the Voids. There's no one but the Voids who could have murdered Koro. The Voids, of course, they're the root of all this. Was it all for nothing? Our efforts to help change the 3 Voids amongst us? Was it not enough? Did our naive thoughts end up killing Kokoro? I'm guessing it's not going to be a Void this time. Because if you kill off all the Voids so early on, that's no fun. Wait, that can't be. That's strange. Might I ask what's strange, Iroha? Kokoro was killed by the curse. She wasn't killed by anybody. A class trial isn't supposed to happen. What? Are you talking about the Yuki Ona's curse from the museum? Oh, because... Oh, I didn't make that connection. Okay, now we're gonna get to the whole museum. There's a thing where they said because she broke a piece of the statue off, right? So she got cursed. Or maybe someone's just making it look that way. Look at her ankles and wrists. They're frozen without any hands or feet. The Yuki Onna must have taken them. That's what it said in the exhibit. They freeze and cut off the person who they spite. What kind of crap is that? Please get serious. A curse? Though I know it doesn't exist. I would rather it did at this point. It's better than thinking one of us was the one who killed Kokoro. Even if one of us did kill her, could we find out who did it in the class trial? Last time, we couldn't have done anything without Kokoro. And now, Kokoro is... Everyone, you've given up on trying to think. Like, yeah, I knew she was... As soon as she pointed out how good she was at telling when people were lying, like, she was a goner. You know what? It actually makes sense that she would be the second one to die, because she was too OP. Everyone, you're giving up on trying to think. What? Well, it's to be expected. These past few days, you've all given up on logical thinking. We can't do it without Kokoro. This is the work of a curse. Those are the words of people who've given up on thinking on their own. There are plenty of other examples as well. Let's all stop doubting each other and trust everyone. What a foolish thought. Humans are far more intelligent than that. What do you want us to do then? You're the cause of all this. I don't think you have the right to say that. These students have done their best. They thought hard and came up with many ideas. Wait, you have it wrong. I didn't say it was a bad thing. Humans are intelligent, but also decisive. If you chose to not think at all, then it'd be boring. And that won't create a proper class trial, would it? So, let me provide you with some motivation. Motivation? If you successfully pass this class trial, I'll give you all a small present. Well, I mean, the present is also, we don't die. I mean, you're all gonna die if you don't pass the class trial, but since there are presents on the line this time, please cheer up, everyone. Shut up, Mikado. We don't want your damn presents or your cheers. Everyone, we must do this. Sora, there's no other choice. If we don't, we'll all die. We've done this once. We know we can't run away from this. Sora's right, and Mikado has a point. It's been bugging me all this time. Maybe we did give up on thinking. What do you mean, Nikkei? You agreed to our plans, right? I'm saying it might have been a wrong decision. Well, let's do this talk when the trial's over. First, we need to do this or else we'll all be killed. I don't know if I mentioned before, I could see him being a void as well. Alright. I think my top 3 people that I suspect are Iroha, Setsuka, and Nikkei. We have to go through it again? That dreadful class trial? I can't. We'll all die. All of us. Come on, sis. You can't give up that easily, right? Or Emma. I was also thinking Emma could be a void as well. Let's do this. We must. For Kokoro's sake. For her sake, we can't give up. We'll win this class trial. Everyone focus on that for now. Oh, you're right. Dang it. We can think about the other things later and get this class trial over with right now. Yeah, if we do this together, we'll definitely make it. Everyone's finally ready. This took longer than last time. Then, for your courage, I present to you the Monocrow file number 2. What's with the number 2? It means it's literally the second one. Now then, I'll give you about 1 hour to investigate. Do your best to find the culprit until I call you over. If we don't do this, we'll all die. The merciless rule of this class trial forces us more forward instead of giving up. We all ready ourselves. We'll do this to survive. Well then, let's start the investigation. Everyone, can I have a moment? I'd like to request someone to guard the body again. Would 3 people be fine again? No, I think 2 will be enough. The room is quite small anyway. To be honest, I requested 3 last time since Hajime was being so suspicious. Then, I'll guard the scene this time, and I'd like the other person to be a girl as well. I want to investigate the body, along with guarding the scene and all. Then, why don't I do the favor? I won't be much help anyways. Yoroko, a little unreliable, but I guess you'll do. Thank you. Let's now start the investigation. Come on, sis. Isn't Kanade acting a bit weird? Is she always like this? I feel like this is her, like, she locks in. She's like, this is her time to shine whenever there's a murder. She switches up a lot. Don't worry, Teruya. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting spot, just like last time. I can't just stand here doing nothing. I won't die on this island. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting spot, just like last time. Sora, how about reading the Monocrow file first? You're right. Can you do me a favor? Here you go. The victim is Kokoro Mitsume. Time of death is unknown. Location of death is Kokoro's room. Both hands and feet have been cut off and missing. There's also second and third degree frostbite all over the body, causing necrosis to the cells. Other possible causes of death are destruction of cellular tissues due to hypothermia or frostbite. There may be additional signs. I knew it right away due to the extremely cold air when I came into the room. As I expected, most likely. Or as I expected, she most likely froze to death. But this Monocrow file seems strange. You know, there was a thing about the museum. Didn't they say there was like a leak? There was like water coming out? Someone noted that? I feel like that's gonna come up in some way. Sora, what's the matter? Oh, Yoriko, did you read the Monocrow file? Yeah, kind of. Don't you think there's something strange about this Monocrow file? Strange? Where? It says the time of death is unknown, unlike when Yuri's time of death was clearly stated. Also, the exact cause of death is unknown, since it says possible cause of death. Why are these left so ambiguous? Now that I think about it, that's right. But the Monocrow file only provides basic information, so it'd be better to rely on her own investigation. I see. I couldn't help but feel it was strange, but Yoriko is right. It's better to investigate ourselves. Let's get a move on, since there's plenty of things to investigate. Kokoro's corpse was lying down on the bed like a block of ice. Kokoro, who killed you? Would we be able to figure out the culprit without Kokoro's help? No, we can't be in a state of despair. Even without her, we need to win the class trial. Kokoro, if you'll excuse me, I'll need to touch around your body. Kokoro's corpse was frozen and she was only wearing underwear. It was an appalling sight. The culprit may have left some evidence behind. The cause of death is freezing for sure. Since the Monocrow file mentioned that there may be additional causes, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. In reality, both of Kokoro's hands and feet were neatly cut off. This might be the direct cause of death, but nothing's confirmed yet. Other than that, there were no identifiable injuries. It's hard to notice other singularities in the first place, due to the whole corpse being frozen. Sora, are you investigating Kokoro's corpse? Yeah, since I might find some things that could be helpful. So, did you find anything? No, not at the moment. I have a question, though. Why is Kokoro only wearing her underwear? Isn't it because the culprit did it? What I'm saying is, why would the culprit take off her clothes in the first place? Well, there must have been some reason. For the moment, her clothes are under the bed. Maybe it's so she can freeze as fast as possible? I don't really know. I truly feel sorry for her. I don't want to die like this. I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not going to let them off that easy. To leave Kokoro in such a horrible state like this, it's unforgivable. I wish I could cover her with a blanket, but thinking logically, Siobai was right. There could be evidence found from the corpse. In fact, you're investigating the corpse too, Sora. Right. By the way, Sora, did you investigate the bed? The bed? While Iroha and I were investigating around the bed, we found bloodstains. Of course, I saw. Aren't those from the disconnected hands and feet? No, not that. I'm talking about the dry bloodstains. Dry? It looks like some time had passed for these bloodstains to dry. The color proves that. So what are the bloodstains? It doesn't seem like it's from the disconnected hands and feet. From the looks of it, the blood from the disconnected sections of the hands and feet is from the frozen blood vessels as they started to melt. With this, I can assume the hands and feet were cut off after Kokoro completely froze. Then, these bloodstains are from before Kokoro was frozen. I think that's it. Even though I'm not sure, well, I can't figure it out with only this. Yoriko, you're unexpectedly smart. Poor Yoriko, everybody underestimates her. Don't worry, girl, I got your back. I just hope you're not the killer. Well, why do you keep saying it's unexpected for me to use my brain? Can't you see I'm trying my best to figure things out? I'll make sure to write it down. Thank you, Yoriko. Huh? Well, it's nothing. Sora, how's your progress? I'm still stuck. Me too. We should keep investigating. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something, Yuki. Ask me? About what? Yuki, you said this morning Kokoro didn't open her door when you brought her food last night, correct? Can you give me a recount of the situation? It might help. Sure, if that would help. It's just like what I said in the morning. After dinner last night, I suggested it to Emma, with Emma always leaving first after she finished her meal. I haven't had a chance to talk with her. Why am I thinking Emma might have done it? Like, she seemed to be almost obsessed with Kokoro. I don't know if she connected with her and then just... I could see her, like, keeping the hands and feet almost like a trophy or something. I don't want to think that's the case, but... she did always end up leaving first, didn't she? And like I said, Emma seemed to be hanging around Kokoro's room a lot. Like when I was looking at like free time events, she was always there. So I suggested going to visit Kokoro together. What a brave move on your part. Are you sure there wasn't any personal feelings involved? Personal feelings? Emma wasn't in the best shape because of Kokoro, and she was looking for somebody to join her to visit Kokoro anyways. I'm joking. Just continue. Anyways, so that's how Emma, Tori, and I went for a visit to give Kokoro her supper. But she didn't answer when we called her, even when we told her Toriya was there. When there was still no answer after multiple tries, we just assumed she was sleeping, so we left the supper in front of her door and left. It'd be logical to assume she was already dead at that point. I doubt it. Remember Yoriko's words? The supper we left on our doorstep had been removed that night. Yoriko? What? Did someone call me? Yoriko, perfect timing. Is it true that the food at Kokoro's doorstep was gone by last night? Huh? Well, yeah, that's what I saw. I told you that this morning. Unless somebody removed that on purpose to throw off the time of death. Come to think of it, it was Yoriko who brought today's morning meal, right? If it's okay, can I ask you what you did this morning? I mean, I just delivered the food and did my usual stuff. I went with Toriya to deliver breakfast, and when I went there was no answer. So, just like Yuki, I left the food there and went straight back to the village. The village? What for? I always practice cooking in the morning at the village, in hope that one day we won't have to rely on Mikado's cooking. But the breakfast that Yoriko left is still here untouched on the doorstep. From the clues from the meals, it's almost certain Kokoro died this morning. What's with those looks? Are you guys suspecting me? Poor Yoriko. She's always suspected at some point. No, not one bit. It's useless to suspect anyone when the trial hasn't even started. Yuki, we need more clues for now. You're right. Let's not jump to conclusions. The only time anyone would have been able to enter the room is during the 3 scheduled visits, excluding just now when we found Kokoro's corpse. The possible times are this morning and yesterday evening. Yoriko and Yuki's account on those 2 visits might come in handy. I should write it down. This is a drum container. What is this doing in Kokoro's room? On closer inspection, the drum's containers are labeled with the letters caution, liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen? This thing can freeze an object in an instant. After carefully opening the lid and looking inside, I found it was empty. If it's empty, then that means someone used it. This seems like an important clue. Sora, what are you doing? Setsuka, look, I found another clue. It's liquid nitrogen. The culprit must have used this to freeze Kokoro. Using liquid nitrogen to freeze Coco. Don't you think so? If they used liquid nitrogen, there must be some traces left somewhere. What do you mean? They put Coco on the bed and poured liquid nitrogen on her. The sheets and bed should have been frozen as well. But there aren't any frozen traces anywhere, let alone the bed. Only the air is freezing. If they didn't pour it on her, maybe they could have dunked Kokoro into the container, then pulled her out. If that's the case, they wouldn't have been able to pull her out. Their hands would have frozen the instant they put it into the container, and if they poured it on the floor would be completely frozen. And the container's empty, right? If they dipped her in, there'd be some traces inside. So it means the culprit didn't use liquid nitrogen? But then why is... Well, I guess we need to investigate more, but we can't jump to conclusions. After hearing Setsuka's words, it does feel like there's something suspicious about the container. I decide to write it down for now. Oh, Sora, how's the investigation going? You're in the way. Get out. Aren't you being too mean to me? Especially when I found a clue just for you. A clue? Yes, take a look at this. What is this? Dry ice? It's an opened pack of dry ice. I found it on the floor. Dry ice. So this is how they froze Kokoro? Who knows? But wouldn't it be difficult to freeze somebody with just these? You could partially freeze some parts, but this is a solid material. Definitely not enough to completely freeze Kokoro's whole body, but the fact this open bag exists means it must have been used somehow. Perhaps the low temperature of the room is proof of that. It would be definitely hard to freeze a whole body with just this. The fact it exists means it must have been used. That's what I just said. Considering the cold air and white mist that was here, there is the possibility they used it to lower the room temperature. This feels like an important clue. I should write it down. Sora, since I'm the one who found this, could I have a thank you or something? No. The student handbook. I checked my pockets if it was mine, but mine was safely tucked in my pocket. I think it's probably Kokoro's. Ah, Nikke. And, you know, by cutting off the hands, we wouldn't be able to access her, her student handbook either. The handbook's making things so much more complicated. What do you mean? Think about it. Our rooms can only be opened by the owner's handbook. The handbook's inside the room, yet Kokoro was killed inside of the room. So the key to the room... the key to the room was inside the room. A locked room mystery. I always seem to run into these and whenever I play these games. Yeah, and Kokoro would never open the door if it wasn't for her meals. So that would mean somebody who was here for her food used the chance to kill Kokoro. That would be impossible. It'd be possible if one person had visited her. But including Teruya, there was always more than 2 people that visited her. Oh, I see. But there is no other way to enter these rooms, so the only possible time is during mealtime. Nikke, maybe if someone had stolen Kokoro's handbook, couldn't they enter whenever they wanted? Huh? They could have snatched the handbook while giving Kokoro her food, then after they could have entered the room freely as they pleased. It's not possible either, so what if they steal it? You can't turn the handbook on if you don't have the owner's fingerprints. Ah. Even if you happen to leave with the handbook still powered on, the handbook automatically enters sleep mode after a certain amount of time. So unless you plan to re-enter right after, you won't be able to enter the room. Ah, I thought I solved the mystery. Anyways, if we don't solve the trick behind this locked room mystery, this will be a difficult trial. You can't enter the rooms without the handbook. So how did the culprit enter Kokoro's room? A refrigerator. Perhaps there's some sort of clue inside here. Nothing special to note. Wait, this is... I thought it was a normal refrigerator, but I soon found some oddities within its structure. The divider is a bit tilted. The divider looks like... Oh, did someone was hiding? Maybe somebody was hiding in the refrigerator? Kokoro would definitely know that, though. Like, she would definitely know someone was hiding in her room. Unless she was, like, knocked out or something. Maybe somebody put something in her food and then knocked her out, and then they were able to... I don't know, but, like, it makes me think they took the divider out so they could hide in the fridge? So this divider was removable. How odd. Sora, you noticed it too. Are you talking about the refrigerator dividers? It does look a bit suspicious, but I doubt it will be an important clue. No, not that. Don't tell me you missed it. A dying message. A dying message. I opened the door and searched inside again, but I didn't see any dying message. Where's the dying message? Ah, Sora, you're denser than you look. See the bottom compartment over there? No, oh boy, dying messages, huh? Are you talking about the icicles? Yep, this is Kokoro's dying message. The icicles are the dying message? I thought they were just frozen icicles that had dropped down. Sora, we can deduce 2 facts from these icicles. First, the refrigerator's output is set to maximum power. I'm sure you've heard from Monocrow, but the refrigerators in our room can be set to instant freezing or defrosting modes depending on its output. Oh, or Kokoro was shoved inside the refrigerator. And then she did the dying message while she was stuffed in there? This particular refrigerator is set to instant freezing mode. I see. I guess the one in my room wasn't cold enough to form icicles. Second, Kokoro used these icicles to leave a dying message. Sora, take a look close at them. Closer inspection, the icicles had small carvings on their lower, wider sides. On one side it says F, the other O. I thought they were just scratches, but these were deliberately engraved by someone. Yep, and if you look closely, 2 of the 8 icicles are overlapped. Overlapped? Well, to be specific, it's more like the longer one had penetrated the small one. The pierced icicle, the smaller one, is not F and O, but F and I engraved on it. After hearing you say it, I have to agree, but how did you know this is the dying message? I mean, it's obvious. The icicles were lined up in an unnatural way. The refrigerator being on instant freezing mode was suspicious as well. So what does it mean? Are you for real? Does a dying message have any other purpose than to point out the killer? And did you find out who the culprit is? I can't tell you right now as I'm not completely sure myself. But don't worry, I'll be sure to figure it out before the trial. I mean, Kanade's another one where she seems to be pretty clever with this. She also said, like, I had a pretty good feeling about who the killer was in the last trial. This is the dying message. The message that points out who the killer. So let's think, okay. Can we... I'm not sure what it means, but I can't just leave it all to Kanade. We should figure it out together at the trial. Maybe it's not necessarily pointing to the killer. So let's think. Well, first of all, let's check the students. So I mean, like, the names here. Is there any that have F-I-F-O? I don't think so. I don't think any of the characters have those words, like, at least F. I really don't think there are. Okay, I've already checked these, right? There's something over here I'm missing. I guess we can leave. I think I searched every part of the room. Where should I go next? Oh, Sora, what you doing there? Standing still? I was just wondering where to investigate next. What about you? Weren't you supposed to guard the crime scene? I was taking a quick bathroom break. The trial's about to start soon. I wouldn't want to wet my pants during the trial, so I left the crime scene at Hibiki. I see. Perfect timing. You, over there. Sora, I think he's calling you. You, artist. Yeah, you, airhead girl. Me? Airhead? What? Why me? I think this is the first time you've ever spoken to me. Doesn't matter who. I'm gonna take a nap in my room for a sec, so wake me up when the trial starts. Oh, what? What kind of... I don't get why you're asking me, nor why you're even sleeping during an investigation. If I say so, then do it, before I do something to your precious life. Alright, I'll do it. Shiobai, are you out of your mind? Did you even have the thought of investigating? Investigation? Why bother, when I already know who done it? What? So you know who the culprit is? Ugh, that was such a shock that bathroom. That's a little suspicious. I feel like maybe she's running something out of the room, some sort of clue that we missed. What do you mean by knowing who done it? The culprit slipped a huge mistake in their words in front of me. Wait, why am I telling you this? Anyways, go tell that airhead girl to wake me up later on. If she doesn't, you're next. What is it with him? By the looks of that confidence, it doesn't seem like he's lying. Even if he knows who's the blackened, the attitude certainly isn't very pleasing. We try to rely on him, who knows what will happen. I'll just ignore his words and try to solve this on our own. So he said something somebody said. They slipped up. Sora, how did it go? Wait, where's Shiobai? I don't know the details. He just left after telling me to ask you to wake him up. Unbelievable. And also, like, why is he saying her specifically? Maybe he suspects her too? I got scared, so I accepted without a thought, but I'm not going. Never. What's with the attitude? Ignoring others as you please? Maybe it'd be better to leave him here so he'll be punished to death for not joining the trial. Sora, isn't that going a bit too far? I'm joking. Don't take it so seriously. Anyways, I'm going off to other places now. Okay, I guess I'll return to my post now. See you later. So Sora, good work as usual. Now here's the thing too. I feel like a big thing of liquid nitrogen would be really heavy, and the only person I could think who would be able to lift that would be him. Would be Shinji. I don't want to suspect him. He seems like a nice dude, but we've had nice guys be the killers before. Sora, good work as usual. Am I a Yakuza or something? What's with the greeting? Moreover, Shinji, what are you doing here? This is the door to the balcony. Well, when I went jogging this morning, I found something at the balcony, so I saw something like a white, long cloth going towards the balcony. So I thought I'd find something here. A white and long cloth, like somebody made an escape? Either climbing up or climbing down. Yeah, but I didn't find anything. The balcony? Shinji, would it be possible to leave the Monocrows through this balcony? Oh no, this makes me worried because, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? Best girl. Not Setsuka. Yoriko. She was the one who told me about the balcony. We went out together on it on the way to the island. Please don't let my girl be the killer, please. What? Why? Just in case. The windows are all closed here, so this is the only way out other than the main entrance. But it's quite tall. It might look silly, but the Monocrow itself has the proper structure of a regular cruise ship. Even if the sea is below, the water level is quite low, so if you fall into the water, you'll receive at least some bruises. And couldn't you use some kind of rope to pull yourself down? Well, I guess it wouldn't be impossible. Anyways, thank you. I'll write it down. Oh no, it even shows her in the truth bullet picture. No, I refuse. Sora, where are you off to? I already thought about my next destination, a place that came to mind thanks to you. Thanks to me? I hope the investigation goes smoothly on your part as well. Ah, yes, I knew this part. This place was gonna... I knew it. I knew it. When I saw the thing with all the costumes and everything, I was like, this museum is going to be... I was wrong about the murder happening. I thought it was gonna... like, a body was gonna be at the shrine. So I was wrong there, but I had a feeling that this museum was gonna be important. The exhibit. Shinji said the Ice Woman statue here was broken a few days ago. I don't know if it's because of that, but I feel like something might be here. I guess I was wrong. Excluding the broken ice statue, there wasn't any clues to note. Maybe I don't have any talent in investigation, like Kanade said. The changing room. Since I'm already here, maybe I'll check this place. Oh, that scared me. Teruya. Oh, it's you, Sora. You scared me standing in front of the door like that. Did you go inside the changing room? Yeah, I was gonna check the items list for the changing room. Oh yeah, Teruya, that's his specialty. The items list, what's that? That's what he's good for, is like being able to tell when items are missing. Oh, you didn't know? It's a checklist of the various items in the room. It's right there on the wall. Oh, so what about the list? I just checked to see if there was anything missing. Well, there weren't any. The item list also exists in other rooms, like the convenience store and gym. It's hard to notice it if you're not paying attention. Anyways, I was checking them one by one. This one is the last one, but nothing's unusual about it, so that's a relief. You've been checking all of them one by one? Yeah, I always do. My god, Teruya. He's some kind of freak. What? How could you? I love when she just says really out-of-pocket stuff sometimes. Actually, as soon as I heard the word killing game, I felt the need to check it daily. I had a hunch that something bad might happen if I don't. I don't know why. I wonder if there's any point to that, but good work anyways. So nothing's wrong then? Well, I did find one weird thing. Something weird? One of the wigs had some shards or something on it. I don't know how it got there. Maybe I'm being overly cautious. I don't know. It might not be relevant to the case at all. I mean, Kokoro was killed in her room, so why would there be a clue this far away? I'm just here to check the item list. Come to think of it, why are you here? Alright, so my thought then, the only people that went into that room were the girls. I was thinking it was going to be a girl. This might be a weird reason to think it was a girl, but like, because the last class trial, it was a boy was both the victim and the perpetrator. So I'm thinking to make it even, the victim is a girl, so I'm thinking the perpetrator must also be a girl. And now the fact we had that wig with the residue on it, the girls were in the changing room. So let's think. The girls that were there. Gosh, I hate this. I hate the fact that I'm suspecting. So there was me, Yoriko, Setsuka, Emma. Was there somebody else there? I'll have to go back and check. Ugh. Okay. I think that's enough time. I'll now end the investigation. If you've been busy, you should have plenty of clues to deduce the case. Everyone, immediately at the entrance to the trial grounds at the first floor. If you're late, you have a hefty punishment waiting for you. I think Iroha was there as well. I've got my suspects anyway. I have a couple of people that I have as suspects. Teruya, I don't think we have any time left to be talking about this. Yeah, you're right. Let's head to the trial grounds right now. Ah, Sora, you're here. Sorry I'm late. Am I last again? Nope, Iroha and Shiobai aren't here yet. What are they doing? They should be well aware of the penalty for being late. That being said, come back to this place again? Tell me about it. We wouldn't be here if there weren't any murders. To think we'd have another victim. Kokoro. If Kokoro isn't here, then we're... Don't worry, sis. I'll take care of everything. Teruya, you've got plenty of experience with this class trial thingy, right? I have high expectations for you, okay? This has nothing to do with experience. I don't have my memory as well. And it might sound a bit irresponsible, but I'm not the brightest person around. Rei Makaru? Now that's a girl you can rely on. But I'll do my best. I've changed since then. I guess who doesn't have high expectations for you? Me. Moreover, what is it with Iroha and Shiobai? Why are they so late? I've gotta say, what an unlikely duo. Iroha's probably off to wake up Shiobai. Wake up? What do you mean? Well, he said he was going to take a nap until the class trial starts. Apparently, he has nothing more to investigate. What? Nothing more to investigate? Unbelievable. How should I say this? He looked pretty relaxed. He says he already figured out who did it. Maybe he's keeping Iroha close to him to see, like, if he can suss out any, like, changes in her demeanor or whatever, to see, because he suspects she might be the killer, the culprit, but I don't have a single clue on what happened. Is he thinking all this Kokoro's death is just fun and games? I can't forgive that kind of attitude. Well, there's also the chance he's actually the culprit and he's bluffing. Whatever the case may be, he was still napping while everyone else was investigating for their lives. It's nothing new. That person was sleeping through the trial last time as well. He's definitely crazy. I'm sorry I'm late. You, Shiobai, enough of your arrogant acts. The class trial's no joke, got it? We're the last ones here, right? And let's get moving. Moving my ass, you always do nothing. Why are you late? Iroha? I'm sorry, Shiobai, he isn't the type to easily wake up. This case is easy anyways, you can take it all by yourselves. I need to go over the deals I'll be managing when I leave this place. Listen to me. Calm down, Shinji. Sora's right. It isn't the first time he's like that. Just ignore him like we do with Mikado. Why would you ignore such a precious friend? But I just can't stand that kind of attitude. Shinji, this is the time to keep your head cool. You should never ever act emotionally and irrationally in class trials. Oh. Right. If everyone says so, I'll calm down. Furia, finally, you feel like a true mentor. Is that a compliment? A bit late because of some students, but we should get things started. Is everyone ready? Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you to join the trial grounds. I'll be waiting for you there. So, it's starting again. I'm scared. Don't be afraid. We can't avoid this anyways, and we did what we can. We need to end this by talking about what we investigated. Yep, when the trial ends, at least one of us won't be here back up again. Yeah, you guys are right. I said I'm gonna trust you guys again. It's because I trust you that I suspect you. To find the culprit and survive with everyone. Sis, I said you should leave it to me. Guys, I have a favor to ask of you. It might sound out of place, but I really liked Kokoro. At first, I just wanted to talk to her, but she listened to me and my heart. I want to find the bastard who killed her. Please lend me your strength. No need to be so formal. We all feel the same. Yep, if we talk positively, we can go through anything. Well, to be serious, if we don't do this, we'll end up being dead meat anyways. Don't you dare interrupt this touching moment, Mikado. Emma, if Kokoro didn't die, she would definitely have joined us in the end. Because you were there for her. It's a bit too late for that, though. Thank you, everyone. Now then, let's put an end to this. As Emma said, we all feel the same, except for a few. We were able to solve the last trial when it seemed impossible. We can do it again. That's what we're going to believe. Here goes nothing. Just like last time, the elevator made an unnerving sound and slowly made its way underground. Everyone kept silent, as if we all agreed to. It was like there was now an unspoken rule that the elevator was a place to ready our hearts. The elevator descends as we ponder these thoughts, and it finally arrives at the class trial. You've come. I've been waiting. The place seems a bit different this time. It'd be boring if it was the same always, eh? So for your amusement, I changed up the design. Amusement. Just how in the world is any of this amusing? Well then, please take your place where your name is written. You've done it this once, so you all know how it goes, right? Now, let's start. A death game with your lives on the line. The second class trial. To say it feels any better having done it once before is a lie. As Monocrow said, it's our lives on the line. I'm afraid. And nervous. We all are. But Kokoro would have been much more afraid. Afraid and painful. It was the same with Yuri. But Kokoro was much closer to us than Yuri. Everyone, not just Emma, is enraged. And if we don't find the culprit, we all die. I love how they always have to make a note about Yuri, be like, yeah, we didn't really care about him that much. We have to find out who did it, to avenge Kokoro's death, to survive. This time won't wait for us. It's finally starting. The trial of life or death. A trail of life or death. The truth of life or death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death. Life or death. A class trial. Alright, everybody. Well, interesting episode. Also, I'm sorry for the last part of it. The aspect ratio being a little off. I had it on the wrong setting on my OBS, but anyway, the gist, of course, being that we did have a murder, and I mean, I predicted Kokoro was gonna go at some point. She was just too good at this game. Like, she's too good at reading people's emotions and stuff, so she just painted a target on her back as much as she tried not to. So the question is, like, did someone silence her somehow by making her sick, giving her this disease, and then just decided to kill her afterwards, like still being afraid that she might be too much of a problem? This one seems like this might be a doozy. We do have a locked room mystery. It's been a while since I've experienced one of these. Now I guess it's time for me to mention it. I have kind of given hints about who I think the perpetrator might be. My guess is because they got an item from the changing room, and only the girls, as we know, went in there. Could be mistaken. Maybe the guys found out about the changing room, but we only saw the girls. My three top suspects are Iroha, Emma, and I hate to say it, but Yoriko. Because of the fact that there was the mention about the balcony, and Yoriko and I were on the balcony. Once again, it's not a thing like other people don't know about the balcony, but I don't want to believe it's so for me, I'm gonna say Emma, maybe some weird obsessive thing she had with Kokoro. I don't know, maybe it was some weird killing thing. And maybe Iroha. Iroha seems to be into the idea of curses and stuff. Or maybe she was just using that as a front. She mentioned about how, like, that snow woman, you know, maybe she killed Kokoro to appease the ice demon in a way, or is using that as a cover. So I think Iroha is like my top suspect, and then Emma second, and then Yoriko. Now it could be Setsuka as well. Setsuka was also in the change room, and she's the one who suggested we go in there, but I don't think it's Setsuka. So anyway, those are my thoughts of who I think the killer is, and we will begin the class trial next week. We won't find out the killer next week, I imagine. It'll probably be a two-parter, but you know, we'll see if I'm right about that. I'm really excited to get to the class trial, and hope you guys are excited to see it. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned next week for the beginning of the second class trial. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, Icognito, Kevlar, Waz RD1, and iZuzu.